Today's video is made possible by RexMD. Get up to 90% off and pay $2 per dosage on the #1 leader in men's telehealth. We head over to rexmd.com/chat. More on them as we break down round 2 of the Mel Kiper latest NFL mock draft. We already put up round 1. I will make sure that is linked in the comment section and the description of today's show. But of course, if you're subscribed and you have notifications turned on, you already watched that one, right? Round 2 of the latest Mel Kiper mock draft. I'll go a bit quicker here, I promise you. Anton Harrison to the Steelers. Love that pick. He can start at left tackle. I think he's a left guy. You compete with Dan Moore there, so on board with that pick. Felix Anudike-Uzomah. You need a pass rusher if you're Houston. There will be some good ones at 12 and or at 33. I'm a big fan of, I call him FAU for ease of just pronunciation there, but Anudike-Uzomah is a great fit in Houston, I believe. How about Quentin Johnston, the DeAndre Hopkins replacement, because nobody loves spending more assets on wide receivers than the Arizona Cardinals, but to get Quentin Johnston, who is a bit of a weird prospect, the skills, traits don't align, getting him in the second round, and then eventually moving away Hopkins, I can get on board with that one. Brian Branch out of Bama, Indianapolis Colts. I love the player. I really do. But you've got Kenny Moore for now in there at nickel. You've actually invested a lot in safeties in recent years, so I don't love the fit for Indy, but I do love the player. I think a straight outside corner would make some more sense. Now, Johnston, Brian Branch are among the players who could surprise and fall out of round 1 this year. Who do you think that ends up being the mostly viewed as a first-round pick that you think does not end up going in round 1? Make that prediction for me in the comment section right now. Keion White, so there's your Leonard Floyd replacement there. I think he fits in the defense. Even though he's actually like almost as big as he's actually bigger than Aaron Donald is, which is kind of funny. Even though he's an edge. Funny how that works out there. Like that fit, though, for the Rams. Remember this pick, 37 for the Eagles from the Hendon Hooker trade in round 1. Jahmyr Gibbs to Philadelphia. Man, Rashad Penny, Kenny Gainwell, and Jahmyr Gibbs. That's fun in that backfield that will have a lot of success on the ground with Jalen Hurts. Gibbs is a playmaker in every sense of the word, too. Love Osiris Torrence here to the Raiders. I think he's a right guard. In the NFL, I would plug and play him in there. He's going to be a top 30 player for me. 38, I love the value. Like the Drew Sanders pick here as well. I think he's really just an off-ball linebacker. He can blitz, but I don't think he's actually good enough as a full-time edge. He's a better version of Brandon Smith, who they took in the 4th round last year. Maybe not quite the same level of athlete because Smith's a freak, but just raw as hell. I like that pick for Carolina. Love Darnell Washington. That's my guy to the Saints at 40. This is Mel's first-round pick for the Saints last time around, so falls to round 2 and still gets him to New Orleans. So sorry, Saints fan, there's not much new there. Mazi Smith, this is via the Titans trade, by the way, to the Cardinals here, a run-stopping nose guard who can play in a 3-4 or in a 4-3, so I'm on board with that particular selection as well. Jets go tight end, which is, I have a bunch of them, Conklin, Uzomah, Jeremy Ruckert. I don't love going tight end here. The upside, though, is there for Luke Musgrave. I have concerns about, but he is a dynamic player when healthy. Joe Tippmann, though, at 43, I'm on board with that one. Starting caliber center, and he would, I think, earn the job pretty quickly in New York. Now, Mel did put out this mock draft initially before the Jeffrey Okudah trade with the Atlanta Falcons. He has Kelee Ringo as the pick here at number 44 overall. He did put in an update as we sit here filming this saying still thinks the Falcons should look at the secondary on day 2. They just not want to change it. I'm not so sure. It's 2 Georgia guys, though, for the Falcons. And Ringo does need time, I think, to develop a little bit. So draft and stash maybe in year 1. Fellas, do you sometimes lack some confidence in the bedroom? You're having those nights where you get a little nervous or maybe you had too much to drink. There's nothing worse than not being able to put that stick shift in drive when you need it the most, but have no fear because RexMD is here to spread some cheer. You know what I mean? Even when you've had a few too many beers, RexMD is FDA approved and the most trusted leader in men's telehealth. They have sponsored today's NFL mock draft reaction. You always be prepared. RexMD has made it simple, easy, and cost-effective to help all the men out there last longer and feel more confident in the bedroom. RexMD makes getting generic and branded Viagra or Cialis easy. Everything's online, even the prescription, and they deliver it discreetly to your door. No waiting rooms, no embarrassed trips to the doctor, no insurance, no copays. So take advantage of the best deal they've ever offered and save up to 90% off and only pay $2 per dosage with our exclusive link. Go to rexmd.com/chat for this limited time deal. Generic packs of Viagra or Cialis are available to get started. That's rexmd.com/chat. Up to 90% off. Links in the comments section and the description of today's show. Byron Young, he's among the older prospects this year. He's 25. He and Hooker both pretty old out of Tennessee this year. But he's got the juice, and Green Bay doesn't need pass rush help. I just think it's a touch early. Matthew Bergeron out of Syracuse, I think would be a right tackle for the New England Patriots there. I think he still needs some work in pass protection, but there are flashes of quickness there that I'm very intrigued by. I don't love Blake Freeland going in the top 50 here. I've got more of a fourth-round grade on him. The BYU offense hides their offensive tackles. He has real leverage and balance issues, but he actually played very well this past year. Tackles tend to rise. I just don't think he's a top 50 player. Jack Campbell, okay. I mean, he tested really well at the combine. He does tend to get into issues when the ball's behind him, but as a throwback linebacker, I think he's a great Dan Campbell fit there, and eventually replaces Alex Anzalone at middle linebacker. Julius Brents to the Steelers here, number 49 overall at this point, which is it's about the right range. He's got the length NFL teams tend to love, so I don't hate that one at number 49 overall. Number 50 at a time at a Barre, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, the selection. He's talking about putting him as a 5 technique, and I don't know if that's the best fit. He's a tweener. Is he an edge or is he an interior guy? I would play him at 3 technique, but I think mid-round 2 is about the right range for him. Now, how many rounds of the NFL draft will you guys watch? I'm going to be live for all 7 because I am a nerd and have no damn life. How many will you watch, I assume, with us here at Chat Sports? Drop that round number, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, or 7, in the comments section. 51, the Dolphins take Steve Avila out of TCU, a plug-and-play at guard. Could also play some center as needed. I love that pick for Miami. I like the Derek Hall pick, edge rusher. You're adding some depth. We know that Howie Roseman loves those premium positions. Derek Hall in the second, no complaints there. Love the BJ Ojulari pick here. Wasn't as good this past year. There's plenty of flashes, though. Upside-wise, they need pass rush help. Getting him at 53 is a steal for Chicago. I think this is too early for Brenton Strange, personally. He's a nice player, but Mel's super high on him. So the Chargers, which I think Todd had the same pick. I gotta go back and check that one. But tight end, sure. Strange in the second, a touch early. How about Jalen Hyatt to the Lions? Why not add more speed? Jamison Williams, Jalen Hyatt, along with Amon-Ra St. Brown and Josh Reynolds. I mean, it's fun. It's fast. Value's pretty good. The Lions in total got Will Anderson, Bijan Robinson, Jack Campbell, and Jalen Hyatt. Even if you don't love Bijan in round 1, it's a pretty good haul there. Cam Smith to the Jags. I love this pick. I don't know why he slid in mock drafts. I've always had a second-round grade on him, which means he could go round 1, but he's seen as low as the 3rd round. Not sure what's up there. John Michael Schmitz out of Minnesota. Love this pick for the Giants. Plug and play at center. I actually have him over Joe Tippmann. Don't love this one. Jonathan Mingo is one of the few bigger receivers. This is a full round early from what I will have him graded at. And there were other receivers I like more here after the Cowboys picked Mingo, like Josh Downs. Such a good fit with Josh Allen. I think round 2, I don't know if he's going to get to him, but round 2, I love that fit for Buffalo. The Bengals go with Zach Charbonnet. maybe a potential Joe Mixon replacement. He is the third running back off the board. Charbonnet is not going to be a burner, not going to be a home run threat, but he's going to be a good starter. Jalen Roy out of LSU, and over Keanu Benton, really? Roy occasionally shows some flashes, and he'd be a good scheme fit for the Bears, but I got a lot of better players on the board than Roy here. Jartavius Martin to the Philadelphia Eagles out of Illinois. Mel called him a free safety. He has the speed too, but he played a lot of nickel. So I'm not sure exactly where he plays in the NFL. With the trade down for Philadelphia, it's Skoronski, Gibbs, Derek Hall, and Jartavius/Quan Martin. Pretty good pick. Marvin Mims to the Chiefs. That's fun. There's some more speed for KC. I think, again, Mims, Downs, better than Mingo there. That'd be a pretty fun pick there for KC and for Patrick Mahomes. So grade Mel Kiper's latest NFL mock draft. Just want to grade it for your favorite team. That is fine too. But sound off A, B, C, D, or F in the comment section.